the time of the sons, there was many prophets whom it was believed that the Son had sent down himself, and they all kind of confusedly would control the Son whenever they wanted. Well, that's when the Son was sent to revolve around all of the planets. The Sun actually went through a time where it would revolve around different planets and continue to move until each of the planets was satisfied with the warmth of the Sun. And there is a time where they actually, the Sun's light travels slowly, so if you go to any of these planets, you can still see the Sun in the sky, but it's no longer there. It traversed back to the middle. And that's something to teach you that the planets move because of the Sun. Their orbit is actually affected by the Sun, and so that's a story to teach you about that. Like I said, in prophecy there's many symbols. It's not always a literal science, but it is a good one. And eventually, if you tell enough of these stories, you become a great seer who can see the future and the truth. But, I think in this day and age, we'll never escape symbols. Symbols will always be something that we need to cling to explain the times before that can no longer be understood. And there is really times in the past that are supernaturally different, that you can't explain anymore. And one of the proofs of that is actually the Bible, which describes a lot of what I'm saying about prophets changing the sun and moving things, etc. They're telepathic and telekinetic, and so they can move objects even as heavy as rocks and throw them places or make them do things. I understand if you don't believe any of this because it's hard to believe, but believe me that I've seen many proofs in my life that prophecy is a God and is there. And so if you want to know the truth, you'll trust me. It's like when people describe one of those alien abductions, they seem convinced by it, but you don't know if the person is crazy or if they're actually seeing real things. Maybe it's good for the mystery to be kept, just so that you don't have to believe, but you can. Because have to believe means that you're not ready to hear your past, but can believe means that you can have a listening ear. Like Jesus said, anyone that has ears to hear, let him hear, because this is the power of the ages that I'm describing to you. Each age has a power, and actually the older we get, the older that power gets, and the more it begins to hide, until the ages that you see are hidden and not able to be explained by anyone.